Welcome. You found your way into my midnight library. That's a place that only opens when the world grows quiet, when thoughts slow, and when stories begin to breathe. If this is your first time here, take a moment, get comfortable. Let the noise of the day fade away. This space is meant for listening, for healing, for wandering gently through the words and the emotions. This segment of the Midnight Library is dedicated to short stories shared with my nightlights. Those are going to be the quiet moments, the soft storytelling, and the intimate journeys meant to be experienced slowly, one page at a time. There is no rush here, no loud distractions, just one voice guiding you through the stories meant to be felt rather than explained. So, whether you're here to relax, to escape, or to understand how a voice can bring even the smallest story to life, you're exactly where you're meant to be. So, let's begin. Tonight's book is called Shadows Between the Shelves. It's late. The streets are silent, saved for your footsteps and the whisper of the wind. That's when you see me, Nox Nightshade, leaning in the shadows. The faint glow of a street lamp brushing my features just enough to tempt. Lost or looking? I murmur, my voice wrapped around you like silk. Your eyes flicker towards me, hesitant, curious, maybe a little desperate. I step closer, letting the edges of my coat brush yours. I know a place, I continue. A place where the night doesn't just watch, it listens. And you follow me. We slip through an alley unnoticed until an ancient door appears, carved with strange, shifting symbols. Inside, the midnight library unfolds, shelves towering like dark cathedrals, floating candles flickering above, air thick with secrets, and something darker, richer. I take your hand, letting my thumb brush across your palm. That spark between us, you feel it. And then the room shifts. Inside, you see a man named Cronne leaning against a far shelf. Tall, confident, his dark eyes piercing you like a predator who knows exactly what you want. And behind him, emerging from a shadowed alcove, a woman steps forward. Chaos. She moves like liquid, graceful, dangerous. Her hair a wild tumble of night. Her gaze bold and playful. Well, well, what do we have here? She purrs. Looks like someone found the right kind of trouble. And then another figure appears, almost silently, like a whispered secret. Kitty. Male, lean, mischievous. His smile is easy but wicked. His fingers brush against the spine of books as he walks towards us. "Don't worry," he murmurs. "I'm harmless. Mostly." You swallow. 4 of us caught in a room that feels too small for all of the electricity between us. I let my hand linger in yours. "Welcome to the Midnight Library," I whisper, "the part nobody tells you about." The tension thickens as we move between shelves. I guide you with subtle touches, letting our fingers brush, letting my lips brush against your ear. Cronne follows, always close enough that you can feel the heat radiating from him. I like bold curiosity, he murmurs, and you have it. Chaos circles behind us, laughing like soft chimes of danger. "Don't ignore me," she teases. Her hand traces the curve of your shoulder, just light enough to make you shiver. "I can be persuasive." Kitty slides in with a grin, leaning casually against the shelf. "And I make suggestions. Irresistible ones." His eyes twinkle with mischief as he studies your reactions to each of us. You feel it. Every touch, every glance, every whispered word, layered, building like a storm. And in the eye of it, I lean in closer. "Be careful," I murmur. "The more you resist, the more dangerous it gets." We reach a hidden alcove lined with books that shimmer faintly, alive with magic. I face you, hands resting lightly into your shoulders. I lean in, my lips almost brushing yours. Cronne stands behind me, his presence magnetic. Chaos is behind him, her eyes daring, lips twitching in anticipation. And Kitty drifts around the edge, that teasing shadow, his fingers brushing yours as if daring you to respond. The 4 of us are a web of tension, desire, and challenge. You're caught, suspended, your heartbeat loud in the quiet. "I wouldn't," I whisper, locking eyes with you. "Not yet." Cronne smiles low and dangerous. "Maybe not yet," he echoes. Chaos steps closer, playfully and sultry. "Sometimes waiting makes it sweeter," she murmurs. Kitty's voice is soft, teasing, but there's a hunger there. "The night is ours, if you dare to take it." And the almost kiss hangs in the air, unclaimed, deliciously changed. We wander deeper, I press your hand to my chest. This place, it's full of stories that want to be read. But some stories, they want to be lived. Cronne's gaze bends into yours. Dangerous stories, he says. Stories that change you. Chaos leans in close to your ear, her lips brushing your skin. Stories where rules are optional. Kitty traces a finger along your arm. A spark of mischief, and endings are unpredictable. You glance between the four of us. Desire, temptation, curiosity, all tangled in a dizzying, delicious mess. I bite my lip, leaning in to whisper, "Tonight, you are the story, and we will read every chapter." I guide you to the plush chair hidden behind a curtain of books. "Sit," I murmur, trailing a hand along your back. Cronne leans close, breathing hot on your neck. Chaos circles, whispering playful provocations. And Kitty leans in, just enough for you to feel his presence. Teasing, daring. "You belong to the night," Cronne says, low and soft. "And maybe to us all." Chaos smiles wickedly. Kitty chuckles. "Careful. Temptation grows quickly in the dark." I press close, our lips near yours. "Do you dare?" I whisper. "Dare to see what happens when shadows play?" You hesitate. Then finally you lean forward, and in that single, electric moment, everything shifts. Cronne takes your hand. Chaos trails her fingers along your jaw. Kitty whispers in your ear, and I brush my lips across yours in a soft, intoxicating kiss. The tension breaks, replaced by warmth, laughter, and a thrill that pulses through the air. The Midnight Library watches silently as we fall into a rhythm of desire, playfulness, and intimacy. Every touch, every glance, every whispered word tells a story. And for once, you don't want to resist. Hours pass by like minutes, and the shadows no longer feel threatening. They feel alive, protective, a witness to a night that has been wholly yours. I pull back slightly, resting my forehead against yours. "You've been very, very brave tonight," I murmur. Cronne smiles, Chaos grins wickedly, and Kitty chuckles softly. But the warmth between us stays. You're at the center of it. And tonight, this story ends exactly where it should. In your arms, in the warmth of desire, and in the thrill of the night. The Midnight Library holds its secrets, yes, but tonight it gave you one. That some stories are meant to be lived, savored, and remembered. And you will. So, you've seen the shadows, felt the temptation, and touched the story with us. Remember the night, the warmth, the danger, the thrill. The Midnight Library may wait for no one, but tonight it gave you everything. And maybe, just maybe, you'll dream of it again. And that's where we'll let tonight's story rest. Right here on the shelf. Warm and safe, waiting to be remembered again. So, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me, my beautiful nightlight, and for listening, for feeling, and for letting the story linger for just a little longer than words normally linger. If you would like to return to the Midnight Library, remember the doors are always open. There will be more short stories, more soft moments, and more pages waiting to be turned together. Until then, take this calm with you. Let it follow you into the rest of your night, into your dreams, into the spaces where stories like to hide. Sleep softly, and I'll see you again in the morning.